Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass or Game Pass, PC Game Pass, just Game Pass. Those of you that know about or that are in the know what Game Pass is. Game Pass is Ultimate Game Pass. Pretty much a subscription service. That is the way the world is going now. Premiered on the Xbox, then moved into PC, and now they have a version that's together where, much like Netflix, you subscribe to this service for an amount of money a month. If it's only on the Xbox, I think it's $9.99. If you do Ultimate, which includes PC as well, you get Xbox and PC games, it's $14.99. It's a great deal. It's been referred to as the greatest deal in gaming, which I do agree that it is. It's a great deal. You get access to well over 300 games a month, ranging from little indie titles to big blockbuster games. And also one of the big things is that every single Microsoft-owned property that comes out, day and date, you get included in the in your subscription. So you don't have to buy these new games as they come out. And as many know, especially with this Activision buyout thing they have going on right now, and all the myriad of other studios that Microsoft owns, they own a lot of properties at this point. So there's lots of games that are offered in this thing. It's been a point of contention for some people. Naysayers talk about how it dumbs down the quality of games and all that. That's not what we're here to talk about today, though. We're going to talk about something that I don't think anybody could deny is a good thing for Game Pass, and that is that starting today in Colombia and Ireland, Xbox Insiders, which is like the preview program, the beta testers, if you will, can begin to preview a plan that allows multiple people to share Game Pass Ultimate benefits called Game Pass Family Sharing. And this has been a much requested thing from Game Pass for a while. I'm actually surprised that Netflix doesn't have something like this, especially with Netflix having, and for years being talking about how people share their password with Netflix. But they're kind of like, hey, we want to get away from this. Offer a plan that's a few dollars more, and that means, I mean, they do have screens. How many screens can use it? Maybe that's what that is, basically, and it costs a little bit more. Maybe that's their way of it. I don't know, whatever. You've not been able to do that with Game Pass without using some really... You can, but it's kind of convoluted in the way you had to do it. It was cheating the system, even though Microsoft said, hey, do this. You can do it, and I do it with my kids. They have Xbox in their room or something like that, and I have my Game Pass account on there, but you have to, as of right now, their account has to be logged in. I have to be logged in on there, on my account as well, and then they can play the games. If I'm not logged in, they can't, but my account can be logged in multiple places. It's kind of convoluted. To their, Microsoft has put out there that, hey, you can do it this way, though. They're not like, no, don't. But now they're releasing this thing to where you can, it's not made clear as to whether you will pay more or not, which we'll talk about that, but they're making it to where you can do this with up to 5, I think it was 5 people. Family plan. You can have 5 people that can do this, assumingly, conveniently, not having to have multiple people, either home, that box be their home box or be logged in and all this shit. And in Colombia and Ireland, they are putting that out there. In a statement, they said, this makes it even easier to play the best Game Pass games with friends and family across console, PC, and cloud. Oh, yeah, there's cloud gaming, too. By enabling you to add up to 4 people. 5 total, I suppose. 4 people to your subscription, all with their own unique access to Game Pass Ultimate games, content, and benefits. For example, that's something else. There are also the people that are included in this, that you have to be a member of Game Pass Ultimate, and they have to live in Colombia and Ireland, which we'll talk about that in a minute, and they have to be a part of the preview program, or at least a part of it, a certain ring, if you will, of the preview program. It says that if you are a part of that, and you're moving over to Ultimate, and this is nothing new, they will convert your regular Game Pass to Ultimate. 18 days of membership for this plan. Like for every 8, I don't know. There's a way that they convert over if you want to convert to a new subscription plan. My question with this, and this is great. I think this is great because I have a lot of kids in my house, and they use this thing, and I use it. I wonder, I have a couple of questions. I wonder, is this going to be included in the Ultimate plan? I doubt it'll be included in just the regular Xbox plan, but will this be included in Ultimate, just under like all encompassing, or will you have to pay more? Are you going to have to pay more per screen, or are you going to have to pay just, are they just going to have another tier that's like, hey, this is the family plan, and you put it on 5 screens total? If it's included in the Ultimate plan, just part of it, like, hey, this is a way to get people to upgrade from regular Game Pass up to the Ultimate $14.99, that's a fucking amazing deal. Because I wouldn't be paying anything extra. That's why I think it's amazing.
No, yeah. Here's my thought of it. If they do it, they're going to raise the price. That's the kind of where I see it. They're going to raise the price a little bit, just kind of even out the cost, because if they're allowing more people to work off one plan, it wouldn't make any sense for them in a business decision not to do that kind of thing, because you would say you have 5 people off one plan, you're losing 5 people's worth of plans and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what it's like for right now with them logging in and stuff like that, but let's raise it to like, $15 an hour, $20 or something like that. Netflix is $20 for one plan,
That's the big question. I wouldn't, I'd love for this to just fall in line with the Ultimate plan that I already pay for, $14.99 a month. I wouldn't think it would be, if they said now it's $19.99, or maybe this other plan, this other step. If you want the family plan, it's $19.99. You get Ultimate plus X amount of screens. That would still be worth it. I'd still say, yeah, that's absolutely worth it. Whether they'd be losing anything from it, I don't know. Because, like with me, they're not gaining anything. It's just my one plan. They don't have any other. I'm just having to, like, kind of jump through these hoops to make it work on these other consoles. Because, like, it's not like I have multiple plans in my house set up. I only have the one plan. I just have to be logged into that box that they're using while they're using that game that's on the subscription service. We both have to be logged in, and it's a slight inconvenience. This is more or less circumventing that. Is that convenience worth the $5 to me? Probably. I mean, I'd pay the extra. So they'd actually be making money, but they wouldn't be losing any money if they just went the Ultimate route. Most people that I know that have Game Pass and have it working on multiple places within their house or their quote unquote family, they don't have multiple plans. They have the one plan and they do what I do. They either all play on that one box, or if they have another box, they just make sure both are logged in there. It's not that big of an inconvenience unless you are wanting to play at the same time on, it can get confusing there. But I don't think they'll lose a ton of money from there's a house of 4 that has 4 people, 4 different accounts. No, I think they're all using the same account for the most part anyway. So I don't think they're going to lose it. And if they increase the price by $5, that's the question though. How much do they increase the price? Are they going to stick with? Are they just going to bump it up $5, or stick with Ultimate pricing now, bump it up $5 or beyond? I think if they go beyond that $5-ish, maybe a few extra dollars, but if they go beyond that, I think that they will get some criticisms. That people, is it worth it? Sure, it's still be. If they charge $29, $30, it's still a really good deal. But I think at that point, people will start to be like, I'm not going to do that. What do you think the sweet spot is? Do you think they should leave it at the $14.99, just make it part of Ultimate? Because they still have the cheaper plan at $9.99. Do you think they should leave it at the Ultimate pricing, and just make it part of it, or do you think that they should increase the price? And if so, how much? What works?
I mean, I never think they should increase the price because that takes more money out of my pocket. But
realistically,
yeah, no, I mean it's fine. I mean they're getting ready to buy Activision, so they need the money anyway. So they're going to raise the price either way. But I don't mind it. I mean, what's the sweet spot? Starting out, let's say $20, and then you go from there.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not. Yeah, $20-$25 is you're getting 5 accounts. You said 5 accounts.
Yeah, 5 total accounts.
Yeah.
Now, and another,
it's like $5 a piece.
Another key to all this is that PlayStation's Game Pass equivalent, which most people not disparaging the platform, but most people when comparing the two say that Game Pass offers more features, especially with the day one things and all that. Nothing against the PlayStation Plus or whatever they call it, but it's high. It has 3 tiers, and it gets really confusing as to what all you get because there's games locked out at lower tiers. They offer different games. Game Pass is pretty much features,
one price.
Yeah. Well, it's $9.99 only on Xbox. You want the Xbox and PC, it's $14.99. It's pretty simple. You get the same shit. If they added this in, I think that if they went to $19.99, it's Ultimate, but you can get multiple accounts. That's simple and easy to understand. But with PlayStations, they've got 3 tiers as well. But it's like, at this tier you get these games. At this tier you get those games. It's really kind of confusing. It's not that bad probably, but just from someone who doesn't have the service, I look at it, I'm like, that just seems more confusing than it needs to be. Their highest tier, I think, is $19.99, so $20. So I could see them definitely going up to $19.99 because they're still not above their competitor. They're still at the same level or below. But of course, I wanted to stay at the $14.99 with Ultimate, but we'll see how it goes. They don't really mention that within this here. They just say that they're putting it out there. The other question I had about this story is, why are you doing it in Colombia and Ireland and
maybe
not
small markets?
I mean, I guess, but the Xbox is and Microsoft is a very American company. I mean, they're an American company, but that's their biggest territory. I wonder why they haven't rolled it out. I guess you're right. It's smaller areas, and even rolling it out.
They can test out what people think of it, if it's worth it. If they release it in America, it's like, how Americans are always the most reputable people when it comes to logic and reason, and they see this and they're like, no, they're doing the Darth Vader. When he sees sand bullshit, they're like, no, that type of thing. So,
and I guess you just answered, and I just answered my own question. They're smaller markets. It'd be easier to kind of manage it and say, okay, I guess rolling it out, this beta version of it, that makes sense. So I guess I just want it, and I live in America, so I want the new stuff. But that's all there is really to it. If you have Game Pass and you've been wanting to use it on multiple places, you're going to have an option here soon. If it's going to cost anything more or not is still up in the air. If it does, how much do you think it should cost? What amount would you be willing to pay for Xbox or a Game Pass Ultimate with a family plan? What would be that sweet spot for you guys? Let us know in the comments.